Her name is Sujata Malik. She's a spiritual and emotional therapist. She has a gamut of a whole lot of things. Um, she does her Reiki, she does SRT, she does dowsing, and a whole lot of other modalities. What she's added through the entire lockdown, which has been the most difficult part of anybody's life, is added a dimension of healing and giving positivity and mentoring a lot of people through this year.
Thank you so much, Suvidha and Nidhi. I mean, it's a pleasure to be here. And, you know, when you told me that you want me to speak about healing, it's like I can even speak in my sleep. So it's something so dear to me. And actually, it flows through me. So when you say that you put this out and, you know, a lot of people like in 1.5 days signed up, it's really the energy that they sign up for. It's not just the person, you know, it's the entire energy that speaks here. Because what I'm going to speak is not new to any of us. If you just put on healing go to Google and put on healing, you will get so much of information, isn't it? There'll be much more information than I can even think of. But what speaks here is the energy. And that's the energy that I work with. I'm one of those fortunate people who, you know, have made my passion my profession, if I may say so. So I really, really feel blessed to be on this path. My journey has been challenging, has been tumultuous, as all of you. If we sit down here and each one shares their journey up to date, we'll all feel that, oh, I had the toughest of lives, I had the toughest of issues. And so that's true for all of us. You know, it's not that mine was more and yours was less, or yours was more and mine was less. Each one of us experience challenges, experience roadblocks, experience traumas in our life journey. And actually, that is life. The moment we come into that acceptance that this is how it is, the challenges actually drop. They're no longer challenges. And that's how my journey began to unfold. I was pushed into a Reiki class about 30 years back, just because I used to suffer from a lot of migraine headaches. And that was the time of my life when, you know, you're going through that so-called midlife crisis. Children are growing up, finances are burdening up, you know, there's pressure from all sides, your health is beginning to go here, there, you have elderly parents and in-laws to look after, your children are, you know, turning into teenagers and they're throwing their tantrums. So, you know, it's like pressures from all sides. And that's when, you know, you really feel, I don't know where to turn to. And a lot of times we go to various places for relief, and we do get relief also, whatever it might be that we've reached out to, or I say whatever has fallen in your lap. But at the end of the day, it is really about learning to take that responsibility for yourself and moving from that space. So I got into a Reiki class and I just learned Reiki to heal my migraine headaches. And believe me, I never looked back after that. I would be honest to say I wasn't as sincere as I could have been. I didn't follow the rules and regulations to the T, but I kept connected to this energy. Actually, I was a very left brain person because I was a maths and science teacher. So for me, the left hand side had to equal to the right hand side. And you know, in energy healing modalities, or when we talk about energy, it's all like just an expanded space. There's nothing tangible also. You know, if you take a Crocin and your fever comes from 102 to 100, you can measure it. But if you're giving Reiki, there's nothing that you can touch or feel. So somehow the mind was not convinced in believing that there is something that exists. But the changes that began to happen in my life made me believe in them. So what I speak here is not anything that is sort of documented. What I speak here is my own life experience, is the changes that I began to see in myself. I was such an anxious person that if my child had an exam, I would be thorough with that whole syllabus and I would take her or take him one by one through each question, not sleeping through the night, not sitting through the time the child was giving the exam. It was like so much anxiety inside me. I've lived through those days. So when parents reach out to me, I totally understand what anxiety, you know, how anxiety can, to the level that anyone can experience. So going from there, I started getting interested in these modalities and I learned EFT, emotional freedom techniques. And actually my life began to change so much that I stopped teaching and I just totally shifted to this and I started teaching Reiki and other modalities. And actually, my teacher put in a lot of confidence and trust in me. And she said, you have to break out of that barrier of teaching because, you know, it was like Monday tests, Wednesday tests, pre-boards, half-yearlies, preliminary exams. So I was all the time teaching through the year. There was absolutely no time for any expansion or growth for myself. Couldn't attend workshops, couldn't go out for retreats. And that's when my teacher pushed me and said, no, now you have to close your school and you have to start teaching this, because teaching is something which I love to do. And of course, there was no looking back once I just stepped onto it. And every step I faced, I mean, unimaginable challenges. I had signed up for an SRT class from a teacher who was coming from the States. I had signed up about 8 months before, nearly a year before, and paid through my nose because, you know, these courses were very expensive. And 1 month before the exam, before the class, my husband passed away. And it was like, there's no way I'm going to attend this 6-week class. But then there was some energy that guided me there. And the moment I stepped out, there was no looking back. There was really no looking back. What is it? When do we need healing? So I'm like, I don't know how these sessions are really conducted, but for me, I want you all to be totally involved. You know, you can interrupt me, you can contradict me, you can put your questions. Anytime that you feel like, you may raise your hand or whatever the protocol is, but feel free to ask as many times, because this session is for you. And I want you to take back from here the maximum. Because for any reason, if you're not living your life to the fullest, for any reason, it could be a physical issue, an illness or an ailment you are going through, or someone close to you is going through. It could be a broken relationship, a bad, you know, relationship in your life that you're still, you know, holding the pain from. It could be a loss of a job or a bad situation in your career that you're feeling a failure, you know, in. It could be something in your finances that you're struggling with. It could be with your children. It could be with your partner. It could be with your parents. Anything that is limiting you from living your life to the fullest, you just need to break through that and really, really embrace this life that you have been given. And whatever might be your life story, whatever might be your life story, I totally empathize. But there is a power within you which can help you to break through that. And these healing modalities that I practice and I have sort of grown up with help you only to connect to the power within you to heal yourself. Once you've healed yourself, you can heal others too. Yes, there are techniques, there are therapies, there are structures, there are initiations that one needs, but there is something more than that. It has to be the readiness and the onus from inside. So when we say healing, it is really, if we look at it broadly, is to aligning ourselves with life. Healing means to totally turn the focus inwards. Who is responsible for your life? Who is responsible for your happiness? Who is responsible for your peace and joy? Nobody outside. It is only you. Till the time you keep your focus outside, thinking that when this person leaves my life, when this situation changes, when my, life becomes better, that's when I'm going to live life. You'll waste lifetimes after lifetimes doing that. So healing in my purpose, in my dictionary, is really aligning you to come into acceptance with what is. Come into acceptance with the way your life is. And once you're in alignment, and definitely I'm going to explain you the so-called scientific part of healing also. When you're in alignment, when there is no resistance to what is, then you say that I am healed. I am not stressed. I am peaceful. I am joyful. I love life. I get up in the morning and I look ahead to my day. What is it that most of us feel now, more so through this pandemic? It's like, I just don't want to open my eyes. Same people, same kitchen, same cooking, same children, same, it's so monotonous, isn't it? I just don't feel like getting out of bed. But when you are in alignment with life, you feel that the same situation is so joyous, because that situation outside may never change. You might need to be in the same job for the next 30 years, but you can make it peaceful and joyous for yourself rather than miserable and pushing yourself out of bed every day to go and do that job. So that is what healing does. It really helps you to love and embrace life, especially if you're working with me. And I know that each one of you here has that ability to be able to do that. I mean, I can guarantee that. There is no doubt. There is absolutely no doubt.